opinion, your point of view. This is Prime News.
Welcome. This is hour number 2 of Prime News. I'm Mike Alanos. We wonder, as this story of Shaniya Davis, this tragedy's played out, what is holding up this investigation? The girl's body was found on Monday in rural North Carolina. Even more heinous, we know this, her own mom already facing charges of trying to sell her 5-year-old for sex. So why no murder charges at this point? Well, here's the problem, the way we gather. Police do not know where she was killed, don't know when. So that could lead to jurisdiction issues, maybe delaying justice. We'll get to the bottom of that. And take a look at that. What a cute little girl. And being described as just the normal 5-year-old. Dad says she had just learned to ride her scooter. She liked to giggle. Her half-brother, Byron Coleman, went on the Nancy Grace show last night. And then Dad came up, tried to console him.
Have they told anybody what was the cause of death, Byron?
I haven't heard anything. I don't think my father has either. We're not really sure too much yet. We're still trying to figure it out now. So,
and there's your dad right there. There's your dad. Would you please?
And we really do want to thank everybody for the support and prayers. I mean, it really does mean a lot. You know, we just want everybody to stay as strong as we're trying to. I know it's hard, but for the mothers out there, please don't let this happen to your child.
Touching scene there. We're taking your calls. 1-877-TEL-HLN is the number. Joining us, welcome back, Steve Kardian, former police detective. Also with us, Clay Watson, forensic psychologist, and Michelle Sagona. We welcome her back as well, investigative journalist with her website, michellesagona.com. Michelle's been doing a great job covering this. All right, well, let me go to Steve Kardian on this first off, Steve, and I want to pick up on Nancy's question there and in the sense of finding out more details and also this whole issue of a delayed investigation. What do you see? Because we see this from a distance and go, why not charges? Why not more charges now? What's going on behind the scenes?
Well, Mike, they have both of the perpetrators in custody. They're not going anywhere, and they want to rule out the jurisdictional issues. Kidnapping and murder, the criminal procedure law in most states will allow for any child that was taken from one county to another to be prosecuted in either county, or if a person was killed in one county and found in another, it could be either or jurisdiction. But they want to get it right. They want to make sure that they've got everything in order and prosecute in the appropriate.
Yeah, no, that's a good point there. Let's get a call in. Anthony's with us in Ohio. Hey, Anthony, go ahead.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah.
One of the things I was curious about is the man that they filmed carrying the child. They're charging him with kidnapping, but if the mother gave the child up and he took it willingly, is that still kidnapping?
Good question there. Let's get Steve Kardian in on that front. Steve, I would think, well, the good question. Well, how do you read that one? If this was all part of a plan, the way it's laying out, if mom's selling little Shania for sex and Mario McNeil could be the delivery man, is that still kidnapping? How's that going to play out? Actually, he could be facing murder charges, really, at the end of the day. But go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, he could also face murder charges, and I don't think there's going to be any affirmative defense that he had permission to take that child to another jurisdiction and presumably have that child put into the sex traffic trade.
Okay. Let's get Michelle Sagona and Michelle again, investigative journalist, michellesagona.com. Has been covering this. Couple of things. Do we know anything more, Michelle, about what happened as we try and piece things together ourselves? Are authorities saying anything about who did what and when?
Well, what's interesting is that we were supposed to see more charges come out today, Mike, but as you know, investigators are delaying that for some reason. It could be that they're waiting for the autopsy results to come back. It could be that they're trying to figure out the jurisdiction issues, like you mentioned. So there's a series of things, I think, with their timeline and with the evidence, and investigators are being very careful because as they move forward with these charges and into the courtroom, they need to be able to have everything lined up properly so it sticks. It sticks to the wall when they throw it out.
Okay, and you said none of the doors were open?
No, ma'am, they were locked, but she knows how to unlock the front door.
Was it closed this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said it was around 5:30?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you checked the neighborhood?
I checked everywhere. I haven't checked the back end of the neighborhood yet, but I checked the front end. I don't know what else to do.
911 call from Antoinette Davis, the mother of Shania Davis, when she went missing on that Tuesday morning. It's very early that morning. Let's bring in Clay Watson. Clay, allegedly she's lying through her teeth there. How can you pull that off? I'm sure my viewers agree. How do you come to that place when you're a mom and you're accused of what you're accused of, and you can call a 911 and just play along?
It's unimaginable, especially if we think about the bond between a mother and a child. And if you think about it, it's really one of the strongest relationships that we have with one another as human beings. So that a mom could sit there and do that, it shows that this mom may have some serious issues with attachment with that daughter. And I understand that the father really was the primary caretaker of this child. But once a crime has been committed, then the juices start flowing, and then a story has to come up, and then a role is taken, and you play that role out until the end.
Steve, from what are you reading on that front? Do you think that's the plan, or do you think, maybe 2-3 weeks ago she knew she owed money to somebody, and this was her way to get money?
I think that at some point, Mike, she became so desperate to fuel the need for her drug habit, if you will, and I believe that's going to be the case, that she became very desperate, and many times we see it's mental illness, it's drugs that make that maternal instinct eliminated.
Ms. Michelle, what are people saying about motive? Was this a money grab? Was it a desperation as we're talking? Is that what we believe?
That's what a lot of folks are saying, and that's what a lot of reports out are saying. Unfortunately, we have not heard from Antoinette Davis, so we don't know the truth in that matter. And again, she is innocent until proven guilty. These are just charges that have come forward on her about her daughter. Now, having said that, if there were some problems allegedly with drug use or anything of that matter, that could definitely be the reason why she possibly sold her child.
All right, guys, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks so much.